Ayan. Teachers, naririnig po ba? Okay po ba yung boses? Teachers, okay po ba yung signal? Just PM me if okay yung internet access natin ngayon. Ayan. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, shout out kay Ma'am Mary Jane Paglinawan Balili. Okay, shout out sa inyong lahat. Okay, shout out sa mga viewers natin. Thank you so much. Okay, shout out kay Ma'am Mary Jane Paglinawan Balili. Okay. So, teachers, ayan, nangulangot pa si Teacher Grace sa harap niyo. Okay, so our discussion is all about agriculture. So, dito tayo sa agriculture kasi isa to sa sa mga lumalabas during the board examination, right? So, ayan, shout out sa mga viewers natin. Okay, so before anything else, bago tayo mag-start sa drills natin, I have a short review regarding saan ba tayo magsisimula? Ayan, saan ba tayo magsisimula pag mag-review tayo? Okay, so features. Ayan, ready na for the board examination, right? So, meron tayong mga keyword na dapat tandaan. Okay. So, pag si Teacher Grace nagtanong sa inyo, keyword lang ang ibibigay. Okay. So, pag ang tinatanong sa board examination is nakita nyo cut woods across the grain. O, anong sagot doon? Cut wood across the grain. Meron po siyang 8 teeth per inch and meron po siyang 53-degree angle. Ano ang sagot dyan? Kasi during the board examination po, iyan lang ang mga tinandaan ko. So, yung keyword is sabi, wood across the grain, tapos meron siyang 8 feet per inch, tapos meron din siyang 53-degree angle. So, pag yan po ang nabasa ninyo during board examination, kahit situational yan, ang sagot po dyan is cross-cut saw. Ano nga po? Pag sinabi ni Teacher Grace, across the grain, it is cross-cut saw. Pag sinabi ni Teacher Grace, meron siyang 8 feet per inch and 53-degree angle. Ano ang isasagot? Mga ma'am and sir, cross-cut saw again. Maliwanag po ba? So, how about naman pag ang tanong is cut into a pieces of wood along the grain. May word ka na namang nabasa doon, along the grain. Okay. Since iniba yung terminologies, di ginamit yung along the grain. Ang ginamit po is meron siyang 60 per inch. O itong type na to is meron siyang 60 per inch tapos meron siyang 93-degree angle. O, yun yung nakalagay kasi hindi ginamit si 60, di ginamit si wood along the grain. Ang isasagot nyo po is ripso. Pag ang tinatanong naman is 90-degree angle, ang isasagot nyo pa rin is ripso. Pag ang tinatanong is teeth, ang inilagay doon is teeth. Ang is 60 per inch. Anong isasagot nyo? Ripso again. So now, what is the difference between the two? Ang cross-cut saw across the grain, meron siyang 8 teeth, meron din siyang 53-degree angle. Sa naman, ripsaw, along the grain, meron siyang 6 teeth and naka 90-degree angle po siya. Yun po ang difference pagdating ng cross-cut saw and ripsaw. O teachers, meron pa po yan. Ano pa? K-hole saw. Okay. Meron tayong tinatawag na coping saw. May tinatawag tayong hacksaw. May tinatawag tayong backsaw. Okay. So, itong 6 na to, ano ba yung pagkakaiba nila? Right? So, pag sinabi natin K whole so, it cut into small arcs. Ginagamit natin si K whole so for small arcs like circles and holes. So, ilan yung ikinakat niya? It can cut 1/4 inch per hole or bigger. Okay? O, ito, tatlo na. Cross-cut saw along the grain, meron siyang 8 teeth and 53-degree angle. Si ripsaw naman, across the grain, ay along the grain, meron siyang 6 teeth per inch and then naka 90-degree angle. So, si K-hole saw naman, ginagamit natin sa small arc circle. Ang inches po is nasa 14 inches per hole or bigger. Si coping saw naman, teachers, ano si coping saw? Ginagamit natin sa curve. Okay, kung si K-hole saw sa arc, si coping saw naman sa curve cutter. So, it is good for cutting what? Tin, wood, and plastic. So, si hacksaw, madaling salita, lagaring bakal. So, itong lagaring bakal na to, ginagamit po natin ito used to cut hard objects. Okay, ilan ang teeth ni hacksaw? Meron po siyang 12 teeth per inch. Okay, gets? Next, ano naman si bakso? Si bakso po, ang tatandaan nyo po dyan is meron siyang thin blade and then it is a metal block that make it step. Okay, step smaller teeth and what? It is a cross cut. So, cut wood into a pieces of an angle. Okay, so yun yung differences of wood working natin, especially sa tooth cutting tools. Okay po, so yun yung difference ng crosscut saw, rip saw, K-hole saw, coping saw, hacksaw, and backsaw. Okay, I hope na natutunan nyo po yan. Okay, so now let's start with question number 1. Okay, so short review lang tayo mga ma'am and sir. Okay, question number 1. Which crop disease grow on leaf surface as white, gray, or purple spot? Again, the question is, which crop disease grows on leaf surface as white, gray, or purple spot? A, galls. B, leaf spot. C, mildew. D, mosaic. Again, which crop disease grow on leaf surface as white, gray, or purple spot? A, galls. B, leaf spot. C, mildew. Or D, mosaic. What is the correct answer in question number 1? Ano po ang sagot? Anong meron dyan? It is a crop disease daw na tumutubo saan? Sa leaf surface, sa mga dahon. So, ang kulay niya is white, gray, or purple spot. O ano dito? Ito ba ay si Alpha, si Beta, si Charlie, or si Delta? Ano ang tamang sagot dyan, mga ma'am and sir? What is the correct answer in question number 1? Okay, shout out kay Ma'am Mary Jane Paglinawan and kay Marites Colasing. Okay, si Christine. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching again. So, sabi ng iba is D. Okay, teachers, pag kayo po is kumbaga, anong tawag dito? Mag-share tuloy. Magko-comment, please, po yung number, okay? So, pwede nyo pong i-share ang aking live discussion sa mga friendly ninyo, mga classmate ninyo. Okay po? So, ayan. Okay. Bibigyan ko kayo ng isang oras para sagutan yan. Isang oras talaga sa isang question. 1 minuto. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Mary Jane, it is letter B. So, it is letter B kaya. Okay, erasure natin. Okay. So, let's start with saan ba tayo mag-i-start? Start tayo. Sabi ng iba is letter. Letter. Sabi ng iba, girls. Letter A. Okay, teachers. Erasure natin. Let's start with leaf spot. Ano ba si leaf spot? Ayan, dahon sa spot. Okay. Okay, start tayo rito. Okay. So, teachers, si letter B po is wrong. Why? Si leaf spot po, it is a type of diseases sa plant na ang cause po nito is the various pathogen including fungi. O isipin nyo may fungi din yung mga So, yun po yung tinatawag na leaf spot natin. Again, leaf spot diseases are caused by various pathogens including po yung fungi, and then aside po niyan is yung any kind of bacteria. So, this disease po is sinasabi nating often present as a distinct spot on leaves which can vary in a color and sizes. Meron po siyang color and sizes. Okay, may times po naman talaga na itong galls na to, ang kulay niya is meron po siyang gray and purple spot. Pero hindi po ito yung pinaka-tinatanong natin kasi ang tinatanong is disease grows on leaf surface as white, gray, or purple spot. Okay po, teachers. So now, let's start with galls. Okay. Si galls naman po, teachers, it is the abnormal growth that can occur a various plant or parts due to the activity of the insect. Nakukuha ito sa activity ng insect. So, meron po siyang tinatawag na bacteria and fungi sa activity through the ng insekto. So, it is not typically na minamanifest natin na ito ay ang pinakatamang sagot because it is manifest as spot but it is rather than swelling. So, meron po siyang swelling or deformities on leaves or stem. May mga deformities po siya sa stem. Yun po si galls. Okay, next is mosaic. Mosaic po is a disease or a viral infection. Ito naman is a cause of viral infection. Si mosaic. So it means it can sinasabi nating cause of mottled pattern on leaves. So hindi po ibig sabihin na cause din po siya ng viral infection disease, siya na yung pinaka-tinutukoy natin. Because it is not generally result of a distinct spot on white, gray, or purple. Okay, so hindi po siya yung tamang sagot. So now, the answer is letter C. Thank you so much sa mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Okay, si letter C is the correct answer because it is the fungal disease that appears as powdery or downy growth on the surface of the leaf. Okay, so it can be white, powdery, medyo, but what? It does not typically to present in a shade or gray or purple. So the answer is letter C. Okay po. So paano po ma-identify natin bakit si letter C ang tamang sagot? Ipapakita ko po sa inyo kung ano si A, ano si B, ano si C, and ano si letter D. Okay, start tayo sa letter A. Ito po si letter A. Kung makikita nyo po, it is a galls are abnormal growth that occur on leaves, twig, roots, or flower of many plants. So, yan po yung galls. So, it is are caused by irritation, stimulation of the plant cells due to the feeding or egg laying by the insects such as aphids, midge, wasps, and mites. Okay. So, ito po yung galls. Ito yung nangyayari. Okay. So, Some galls po are the result of infection by the bacteria na nakapalibot po dito sa lips natin. So, ito yung galls. Next is, ito naman po si lip spot. Kung makikita mo, may deformities po talaga siya. Nasisira siya. So, kailan to nangyayari si lip spot? They can, what? Often develop in a cool or wet condition such as those in early spring. Okay po. So, yun po yung nangyayari sa mga halaman natin. So, next, ito po yung sagot. Ayan. So, hindi siya minsan nag-color white. Sometimes they form as a color gray, right? So, this one, it is a fungal disease in a plant that commonly seen in warm, dry climate. Sinong nakakita na nito mga teachers? And then, it is caused as a white-gray powder substance that appears on a leaves. Okay? So, meron po tayong tinatawag na iba't ibang several different species of fungi can cause powdery or mildew. Okay po. So, it is the correct answer. Si letter C, right? So, how about si letter D? Si letter D, ito po yung tinatawag nating mosaic pattern. Okay? So, a mosaic pattern refers to the distinct and varied appearance of a leaf, stem, or fruit tissue that result from a viral infection in a plant. Okay po? Naintindihan po ba yung pagkakaiba ng pagpipilian natin? Since ang tinatanong sa pinaka-main question is white and gray, the correct answer is letter C. Charlie. Now, we proceed to the question number 2. Which crop disease is distinguished by the appearance of rings of different shades of brown, green, yellow that make spot on the leaves? A, galls pa rin ba ang isasagot nyo? B is lip spot. C, mildew, or D, mosaic. Tandaan nyo po, kung i-distinguish natin yung appearance, meron siyang rings of different shade of brown, green, or yellow. So, i-imagine nyo na lang kung ano ang tamang sagot dyan. Okay. Ano ba yung pinaka-dinidescribe ng question number 2? Sige nga, tingnan ko mga sagot. Baka may magkamali pa rito sa question number 2. Teachers, tingnan nyo po. May sumagot pa rin ng B. Lip spot. Tindaan nyo, teachers, kung babasahin natin, di ba? Distinguished by the appearance of rings, different shade of brown, green, or yellow that makes spot on the lips. Okay. So, anong sagot? Lip spot pa rin. Okay, ulitin natin yung yung pictures. Okay, ito si gall. Ito si lip spot. As you can see, yan naman kasi nakalagay pero nagdi-deformity siya. Ito naman lahat white. So, ito kasi iba-iba naman talaga ang color niyan. Okay, ito lang yung napili kong dahon pero may mga ibang shade dyan. Okay, teachers, my appearance. A mosaic pattern refers to the distinct and varied appearance of leaf, stem, or fruit tissue that result viral infection. So, teachers, pag tumingin po kayo sa litratong pinakita ko, maguguluhan po kayo. I-analyze po yung bawat definition. Okay po. So, yung iba tumingin dito sa lip spot kasi may nakitang green, brown. Kaya yun yung sinagot. Okay, teachers. Yung mosaic, di ba, it is talks about appearance. May keyword po doon. Okay, tingnan natin. Which crop disease is distinguished by the appearance of rings? Tingnan nyo. yung image, kahit hindi yan color, brown, green, or so whatever. So, kung titingnan niyo yung appearance niya, okay? So, nakalagay dito, yung shade kasing ginamit is brown, green, or yellow. Iba-iba kasing kulay yan. So, that makes spot on the lips. Okay. So, anong sagot? Si letter D. Mosaic po yan. Teachers. Kasi iba-ibang variety ang meron sa halaman. Huwag pong masyadong mag-base sa picture. Kasi malilito kayo dyan. Intindihin yung pinaka-main definition. Okay po? So now, question number 3 tayo. Abay. Which are the larvae stage of hill flies? Which are the larva stage of hill flies? A. Cattle grubs, or A. Cattle lice, C. Menjay mites, or D. Sarcoptic mange? Okay, what is the answer? What is the answer? Okay, anong sagot ng mga teachers? What is the correct answer in question number 3? I'll give you 1 minute para pag-isipan natin ng maayos. Okay. So again, the question is, which are the larvae stage of hill flies? Is it cattle crabs, cattle lice, it is mange mites, or sarcoptic mange? Okay. Again, A is cattle grubs, B is cattle lice, C mange mites, or D sarcoptic mange? Okay, what is the correct answer? Question number 3. Okay, some of you got the correct answer. Okay. So, dito po, kung i-analyze natin, kasi nasa stage of hill flies. Okay. So, what is the correct answer? Thank you so much sa mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Ayan, teachers. The correct answer here is letter A. Okay? Bakit si A? Bakit? Because po, ang larva or larvae, it is grow approximately, nag-grow po ito within 25, okay, wait, 25 millimeters long. Okay, long. So, yun po yung, nadidevelop yung larvae. So, it is, what? It is responsible for causing irritation and damage to the host tissue. So, dito po, kung pag-aaralan natin, mga ma'am and sir, naririnig po? So, kung pag-aaralan po natin ito, okay, so, ang larval stage po, it is specifically common in the cattle crab or Hypoderma letinum. Yun yung pinaka, kumbaga, Greek name niya. So, it is referred for a cattle crab. So, yung life cycle niya, yung life cycle po ng insect na ito, they include several distinct stages with the larvae being critical part of their development. So, ito po si larvae, they will start saan? Saan ito nag-i-start? Sa itlog. Okay, nag-start ito saan? Sa itlog or egg stage. So, yung adult female po, the hill fly, it lays egg on the host animal hair primarily. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, pwede po siyang pumunta primarily from the legs or lower body regions po. Yung H female naman po can lay up to 800 eggs. Okay. Yun po yung nasa egg stage. Next, meron tayong tinatawag na first instar larvae. Okay. Ano naman to si first or L1? Ito ay meron silang after hatching po in about 4 to 7 days po. The first stage po, ano siya? The first stage is they crawl down the hair and penetrate to the skin of the host. Yun po. Next is si third naman or second and third stage of larvae. They grow as a larvae, migrate some subcontinuous tissue, eventually forming warblers in the back of the host. Okay, yung mature po, they develop larvae approximately 25 millimeter long. So, the correct answer here is letter A, alpha. Bakit po mali si cattle lice, si mange mite, and si letter D is sarcoptic mange? Bakit mali? So, ito po yung tamang sagot, di ba? Cattle grubs. Okay. So, it is the immature or larvae stages of the heel warbles flies or god flies. Okay. So, yun yung mga tinatawag nating cattle grubs. So, next, ano naman po, Teacher Grace? Si cattle lice. So, they have a different types of cattle. Yan, yung mga cattle lice. It is are commonly found in the winter and whenever production animals are crowded together. So, yan po is iba-ibang kuto. May kuto po dyan. Ito po, itong number letter A. Nakikita po ang kuto na yan sa baboy. Ito naman sa cow. Ito naman is sa kalabaw. And this one, nakikita ito saan? Meron ding nakikita sa tao. Okay po ba? So, yan yung iba't ibang uri ng kuto. O, yun yung tinatawag nating cattle lice. Okay. So, kadalasan, hindi natin nakikita kahit baboy may kuto yan. Okay, anong purpose ni cattle lice? It is the most commonly found in winter and whenever the production animals are crowded together. Kahit tayong mga tao. So, pag ang katabi natin is may kuto, may lisa, possible na mahawaan tayo. Okay po? So, next, ano naman si mange? Okay. Ito si letter C. It is the type of skin disease caused by parasitic mites because of the various species of mites also infect plants, birds, reptiles. The term mange is colloquially the mange suggesting a poor condition of the skin and fur due to the infection. So, kung sa Bicol, ito po si mange, ito yung sinasabi nating gagatol. Maraming sugat sa katawan. Kung makakita kayo ng aso na maraming sugat, it is cause of the parasitic mite, they will call mange. Okay? So this one, ito yung sarcoptic mange. Pag sinabi nating sarcoptic mange, ito po yung garapata. Okay, or Sarcoptes scabi mites, 1 to 64 of inch long. Merong ilan siya? 1 to 64 of inch long, fairly white and oval shape, spine on the body, year-round of winter. So, meron po din tayong tinatawag na human scabies. Okay, it is commonly in arid foxwolf and coyotes in America. So, yun po yung sarcoptic mange. Okay po. Nagets po ba mga teacher? So, yung question number 2, ang tamang sagot po is letter A. Walang kinalaman si catalyze kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin is more on kuto-kuto. Okay po? So, question number 4. Which avian disease is caused by mycoplasma or pleuropneumonia-like organism? A. Coccidiosis. B. Merritt disease. C. Avian malaria. Or D. Chronic respiratory. Okay, the question is, which avian disease is caused by mycoplasma or pleuropneumonia-like organism? A. Coccidiosis. B. Mark's disease. C. Avian malaria. Or D. Chronic respiratory. What is the correct answer? Okay, teachers, ano pa ang sagot sa question number 4? Okay, shoutout sa mga viewers natin. Ano ba ang sagot dito sa question number 4? Ayan, what is the answer? Okay. May sound po ba? Naririnig po ba ako? Ma'am, baka, Ma'am Marites, baka kayo lang po yung ano. Okay. Narinig po ba? Okay, message nga kayo, comment nga kayo kung naririnig ako kasi yung iba daw walang voice na naririnig. Pero okay naman yung system ko. Okay, so congratulations sa lahat na nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Okay. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Okay, very good. The answer is chronic respiratory. Yun po ang tamang sagot. What is the correct answer? The answer is chronic respiratory. The answer is letter D. Bakit mali po si letter A? Bakit mali si letter A? Coccidiosis? Because it is a parasitic disease. Parasitic disease po siya. It caused by protozoa of the genus Emeria, and primarily it is affect the intestinal tract of the bird and is not associated with mycoplasma or what? Pleuropneumonia-like organism. Kaya mali po si letter A. Si letter B naman, ito ay isang viral infection. Again, si letter B, it is a viral infection. Ano nga yung difference between the A and B? Kung si A, it is cause of parasitic disease. Parasitic. Okay. Si letter B naman, it cause of viral infection. It caused by the marked diseases or virus na tinatawag nating MDB. Okay, ang virus na tawag dito is MDB. So, which is on ocegenetic viral belonging to the herpes or family. Herpes po siya. Family siya ng herpes. Belonging po siya ng Herpesviridae family. So, ito pong diseases na to, it leads for tumor-like neurological symptoms in chicken, but hindi po ito involves sa mycoplasma or pleuropneumonia-like organism. Okay po. So, hindi po siya kasama dito. So, next, si letter C naman, pag sinabi nating avian malaria, okay, it is caused by protozoan parasite. Again, cause naman siya ng protozoa parasite. Yun naman yung cause niya. Kaya may tinawag tayong avian malaria. So, itong parasite na ito, kabilang po ito sa genus Plasmodium. So, it is transmitted po. Saan po siya itinatransmit natin? Through the mosquito bites. Sa pamamagitan po ng lamok. It is similar po for the what? Coccidiosis. Okay. Similar po siya sa letter A, pero hindi po ito related for the Mycoplasma or Pleuropneumonia-like organism. Okay po, hindi po siya yung pinaka hinahanap natin. So, the answer is letter D, Delta. Bakit po, Teacher Grace, chronic respiratory disease? Or tinatawag po itong CRD. Bakit tinawag siyang CRD? So, ibig sabihin po ng chronic respiratory, it is a respiratory diseases in a poultry primarily caused by Mycoplasma and Pleuropneumonia-like organism. Okay po. So ito po, itong Mycoplasma, it is a Gallisepticum. It is a type of bacteria po or bacteria, a bacterium that can infect the respiratory system of the birds. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na CRD. So it can lead to the significant respiratory, kasama na po dito yung mga respiratory issue. Aside niyan, meron tayong tinatawag na economic losses in poultry production due to its chronic nature or potential for secondary infection. Yun po si tinatawag nating chronic respiratory. Yun po yung cause ng avian disease caused by Mycoplasma or Pleuropneumonia like what? Organism. So the answer in question number 4 is Delta. Now, we proceed to the question number 5. Which insect, pest, tear, grind, or chew their food? A. Chewing insect. B. Fersing sucking insect. C. Rasping sucking insect. Or D. Sponging insect. What is the correct answer in question number 5? Okay. Anong sagot sa question number 5? Ayan. So, ano po yung tamang sagot? I'll give you 1 minute para masagutan po ang question number 5. Which insect, pest, tear, grain, or chew their food? A. Chewing insect. B. Fersing sucking insect. C. Rasping sucking insect. Or D. Sponging insect. What is the correct answer in question number 5. Okay, bigyan ko kayo ng ilang minuto para pag nilay-nilayan, pag-isip-isipan kung ano ang tamang sagot. Okay, by the way, shout out kay Sir Ransus and Albert BJ Rivera. Thank you for watching. And shout out kay Sir Alan Baya, Marites Colazing, Ma'am Alma Villamango, and also kay Ma'am Janiel Amolata. Thank you for watching. Okay, so ayan, sabi ng iba is letter D. So now, ano ba ang tamang sagot dito, mga teachers? Mga kaka-teachers natin, what is the correct answer? Future LPTs, what is the correct answer in question number 5? Okay. Actually, meron na nga dyan eh. Minsan, teacher, yung strategy na gagawin natin during the board examination, may time na ang pinaka-question or yung pinaka-answer is nasa question. Right. Okay. So, let's start with letter B. Ano naman to si letter B? Okay. Si letter B kasi 'di ba nakalagay dito is fersing, sucking, insect. So itong groups na po ito, itong grupo na ito, tatandaan nyo po, it is an insect-like aphids. Okay? Alam niyo yung insect na aphids. And what? Mosquito. Okay. Ang mga lamok, 'di ba, kadalasan naninipsip ng dugo. Right? So, they have a specialized mouth part that allow them to first plant tissue or animal skin and suck out fluids. So, hindi po ito yung hinahanap natin. Kasi naka-indicate dyan yung word na chew or grain. The food instead, they extract liquid nutrients. So, ligwak si letter B. Next, how about ma'am si letter D? Ano naman ito? Ito po, it is a category, includes flies. Ano yung mga flies na sinasabi natin? O, flies. Kasama dito yung house flies that they have sponging mouth part designed for soaking up liquid rather than chewing a solid food. Okay, so ibig sabihin, they can secretly digest enzyme into their food source to liquefy and before ingestion. Okay po. So, kaya mali po si letter D. Now, may dalawa na lang po ako, teacher, na pagpipilian, si C and A. So, ano kaya ang pinaka-best answer? As you can see, parehas po si B and C may sucking. Ibig sabihin, mali ulit to. Kasi pag sinabi nating rasping, sucking insect, this insect po such as thrips have mouth part that rasp against the surface to feed a plant tissue or the organic materials. Okay po. So, hindi rin po ito yung hinahanap natin. The best answer is letter A. Bakit, teachers? Nandito na nga yung pinaka-keyword ninyo. Okay, ayan na yung pinaka-keyword, chewing insect. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Bakit po? Bakit po si chewing insect is the correct answer? Because chewing insects are specifically characterized by their ability to tear and grind what? Food using the mandibles. Okay, so yun po ang tamang sagot sa letter A. Kasi po ang letter B, C, and D, it is the category of soaking what? Soaking food. So, si chewing insect po, it is possesses mandibles that adapted for biting and grading food. So, it is typically consume solid materials, okay, or other insect. Example po dito is si beetles. Okay, chewing insects yan. Grasshopper, chewing insect yan. Ano pa? Caterpillar, chewing insect yan. Yan po yung mga example ng chewing insect. So, yung mouth po nito are designed to effectively tear and grind food into smaller pieces for indigestion. Kaya A is the correct answer. Now, we proceed to the question number 6. All except one are prevention and control of hog cholera or swine fever. Which one? Okay? I-analyze natin ang tanong. Medyo tricky to. All except one are prevention and control of hog cholera or swine fever. Which one? A. giving uncooked slops or kitchen scraps. B. Vaccinating all pigs against the disease using reliable vaccine. C. Disposing all pigs against the disease using reliable vaccine. Or D. Disinfect contaminant pens and premises properly. So now, what is the correct answer? Number 6. What is the correct answer? Ayan, thank you so much. Ma'am Janila Amulato, okay, you got the correct answer. Si caterpillar po is a type of chewing insect. Okay, so anong tamang sagot dito? Shout out kay Ma'am Norhata Katuya Alamanda. Shout out sa iyo, ma'am. Thank you for watching. Okay, so the answer in question number 1 is letter A. Very good. Kasi si B, C, and D is lahat po yan prevention and control of cholera or swine fever. Ang naiiba lang po is si letter A. Okay? Next. Which type of poison? Poison naman to. Which type of poison is sprayed on plant surface and is taken in by the land through absorption? Again, i-analyze natin the question. Which type of poison or poison is sprayed on plant surface and is taken and by the plants through absorption? A. Contact poison. B. Systematic poison. C. Stomach and fumigants. What is the correct answer? Ayan. So what is the answer? Karamihan sumagot sa number 7. Okay, thank you so much. Sa number 7, Ma'am Alma, number 6 po ba yung sagot mo? Okay, letter A is very good kasi yung sagot ng number 6 is A. Okay, sa number 7 naman po tayo, teachers. Contact potion na tuloy. Poison. Okay, it is a contact poison. Is it a systematic potion or poison? Stomach poison and fumigants. Ayan, bakit nabubulol ako sa poison na yan? Poison na yan. Poison ang sagot, ang pinagbibigkas ko. Okay. So, ayan, teachers. Number 7. Okay. Let's start with stomach poison. Okay. Ano si stomach poison? Ulit-ulitin ko si poison. Diyos ko, weakness ko talaga ang P and F. Okay. So, stomach poison. Si letter C. Mali po si stomach poison. Why? Because it is ingested by the pest when they feed on a treated plant. Ginagamit po natin ito for ingested a pest when they feed on a treated plant. So, this poison po, hindi po siya nag-a-absorb by the plant itself. Okay po ba? Rather than they act a pest that consume parts. Kino-consume niya yung parts of the plants. Yan po si stomach poison. Okay po. So, next is si letter D. Letter D is wrong answer because this letter D is a gaseous or gas pesticide. Gas pesticide po ito. So, ginagamit po natin ito, si letter D or si fumigants, to control pests in closed spaces or soil. Doon natin siya ginagamit. So, nagwo-work po ito primarily through the tinatawag nating inhalation rather than the absorption. Doon natin siya ginagamit, nag-absorb siya through the plant surface. So it means they can affect plants indirectly. Ito po si Pomegans po, it cannot fit to the sinasabi nating specific question in question number 7. Okay? So, mali po si letter D. So, next is contact poison. Si contact poison po, it is a type of pesticide works, right, teacher? So, it is coming into a direct contact. Okay? Kaya nga sinabing contact poison, it means it is direct. Nakadirect na po siya. Okay? Direct contact with the pest. Nakakonekta sa insekto. So, hindi po ito nagre-require for the absorption through the plant's tissue. Instead, it is, ano siya, teachers? It is, okay? It is what? Okay. So, it is affect insect or pest that can into a contact. Okay po. So, the answer is systematic poison. Teacher, bakit po letter B is the correct answer? Okay. Si letter B po kasi, pag sinabi nating systematic poison po, it is absorbed by a plant and transformed through their tissue. Nag-a-absorb po siya. O, nakikita nyo, plant through absorption. Okay. So again, systematic poison, it is absorbed by a plant and transformed for the tissue. Okay. When a systematic pesticide po is applied to a plant, it can be takes upon into the roots. Nag-absorb siya. Kung hindi sa roots, pwede po siya sa leaves. And then, they will be distributed within the plant's vascular system. Nagdi-distribute na po siya doon. So, this means, through the use of systematic poison po, okay, yung insect po, they feeding on parts of the plant will ingested the poison. It making effective against pests that do not necessarily come into a direct contact with the spray surface. Okay, yun po yung pagkakaiba ni contact, systematic poison, stomach, and si letter D. So ano po ang tamang sagot sa question number 7? The correct answer is letter B. So now, which is a way of controlling plant? Ang tinatanong naman is a way of controlling plant disease by isolating a patch or a single disease plant. O anong gagawin natin? Is it cultural control, quarantine, integrated, or letter D, biological? What is the correct answer in question number 8? Biological ba? Okay. Is it biological? Controlling plant. Ang tinatanong naman is a way of okay. So, ito po. Is it quarantine kaya? Teachers, narinig po ba? Is it quarantine kaya? Okay. So, now, we proceed to the biological. Dito tayo sa biological. Okay. Add one out tayo, teachers. Naririnig po? Okay. Add one out tayo. So, let's start with biological. So, pag sinabi natin, teachers, biological. Okay. Biological. Dito tayo. Wait lang. Medyo nagloloko ang aking ano. Okay, biological control. Okay, dito tayo. Pag sinabi nating biological control, it involves using unnatural enemies or antagonist. Okay, ginagamitan natin to ng natural enemies and antagonist. E for enemies and A is for antagonist. Okay, yun po yung nasa biological control. So, ibig sabihin po, this pest and diseases po, pag ginamit natin yung biological control, it does not primarily focus on what? On isolating. Hindi po ibig sabihin na pag gumamit tayo ng enemies using unnatural enemies and antagonists is ano na siya for isolating. Di natin pwedeng isolate yung diseases plants, but it is introducing a beneficial organism that can suppress, okay, a pathogen. Okay po ba? Yun si biological control. Pag sinabi naman nating cultural control po, it is referring to a practice that modify the environment. E agad. M-E. Hindi yan mechanical energy, modify environment. Bakit? Kailangan nating i-modify yung environment to reduce diseases incidence. So, they include po sa cultural control, kasama po dito yung crop rotation. Aside po sa crop rotation, we have a proper storage, proper spacing, and also proper sanitation measure. So, kasama po yan sa cultural control. And then, sa cultural control po, can help to manage the diseases. Okay, na ima-manage po natin yung iba't ibang uri ng diseases ng plants. So, hindi rin po si cultural control naka-indicate for an isolation. Okay po. So, pag sinabi nating integrated, pag sinabi kasing IPM, ano naman Teacher Grace si IPM? IPM, it is the instance of integrated pest management. So, itong approach na po ito, it combines a multiple strategies. Strategies naman po ang tinutukoy dito. Bakit meron po teacher na multiple strategies? Kasi po dito po natin na ma-manage yung mga pest and diseases ng isang plant. Okay po. So it is including na po dito sa integrated pest management, yung tinatawag nating biological control. Okay? And cultural practices. Okay po. Nakapasok po yan dyan. Okay po, kasama po dyan yung biological control, cultural practices, and also the chemical treatment of IPM. So, ibig sabihin, itong integrated pest management, it is not talks about isolation. Okay, pag sinabing isolation, the answer is quarantine. Kasi nga tayong tao, kahit may sakit tayo, simpleng ano lang, nagka-quarantine tayo para hindi tayo makahawa sa ibang tao. Okay? Quarantine is the correct answer. Bakit? Ano naman si quarantine? Di ba po, tulad ko na lang po sa sa sinasabi nating sa plants na lang, bunga ng plants, kamatis. Di ba? Pag ang isang kamatis is sira, ihalo mo yan sa mga fresh, hawa-hawa na sila. Kaya tinatanggal natin. Right? So, quarantine method po is used to prevent the spread of pests and diseases. So, nagkakaroon po tayo ng isolation. Yung ina-isolate po natin, yung infected plants lang, kung saan yung area, nandun sila sa vicinity of the area. So, these practices po, they involve restricting. Ano po yung nire-restrict natin dito? Yung movement of the plants. Okay, movement of the plants or plants product from an area where a diseases present, other areas where if not. So it means quarantine po, it is very effective for the isolated diseases of the plants. Why? Because it is the form of the healthy ones, thereby it controlling to spread the diseases. Okay, so yun yung explanation niya. Next is number 9, which is the combination of 2 or more method of controlling disease to yield a higher chance of effectiveness. Again, which is a combination of 2. Okay, teachers, iba yung tanong mo kanina. Ngayon sila pa rin ang pagpipilian namin. Which is a combination of 2 or more methods of controlling disease to yield a higher chances of effectiveness. Saan siya pasok? Cultural control ba? Pasok pa rin po ba siya sa quarantine? Or integrated maging sa biological? What is the answer in question number 9? Okay. Okay po. Ayan. Abay, nakita. Ay, wala nang nagkamali. Thank you so much. Ready na for the board examination sa question number 9. Okay, what is the answer? The answer is very good. The answer is letter A. I know, letter C sa question number 9. The answer is letter C, integrated. Kasi combination of 2, di ba? Itong tinatanong is combination of 2. Di ba si integrated management control or pest management control, pasok dito si bio, si letter D, and si cultural control. So, dalawa siya. Kaya the answer is letter C. Okay po? So, madaling nahanap natin. So, next, number 10. Which poison is absorbed? Okay. So, parang na-topic ko to, kaso parang iba yung ano nito. Okay. Hanapin. Okay. Ito naman, sprayed on plant. O, si number 7, surface is taken in by plant through absorption. So, dito, ito, titingnan ko kung gumana yung analyzation ninyo. Which poison is absorbed by plant and then ingested by the pest when it feeds? Okay? When poison is absorbed by plants and then ingested by the pest when it feeds. A. Contact poison. B. Systematic poison. C. Stomach. Or letter D. So, ayan teachers. What is the answer in question number 7? Na-discuss ko na yan. Kung babalikan nyo yung question number 7. Okay? Binalik ko ulit sa question number number 10. Actually, may iniba akong terminologies dyan, pero isa lang ang sagot. Kasi minsan, ganyan ang nangyayari sa mismong araw ng board examination. Tingnan natin. Contact poison pa rin. Abay. Number 10. Which poison is absorbed by the plants and then ingested by a pest? Okay, the answer is same answer. Systematic poison. Bakit? Absorbed, di ba? Tinutukoy is absorbed. Ingested. Hanapin natin yung number 7. Iniba ko lang po yung terminologies dyan. Number 7, sprayed on plant. Okay, through absorption. Which type of poison is sprayed on plant surface and is taken in by the plant through absorption? Na-discuss ko to, di ba, kanina? So, ano ang tanong ko? Iniba ko lang, na-replace ko lang yung question. Absorption pa rin yan. Which poison is absorbed by plants? and then ingested by the pest when it feeds. Okay. So, di ba na-discuss ko yung systematic poison? Absorbed to? Okay, the answer is letter B. Okay. Next, number 11. Which pest control involves sanitation? O, ito naman. O, inulit ko ulit ha, teachers. Which pest control involves sanitation? Removing insect breeding, hiding and using insect resistance plants varieties. O, saan siya pasok? Cultural, quarantine, integrated, or biological? Bigyan ko kayo ng ilang minuto. Number 11. Sige nga. Which pest control involves sanitation, removing insect, and hiding and using insect resistance plants and varieties? Okay, teacher, erasure na natin. Okay. So, dito muna tayo sa cultural control. Okay? Dito sa letter A. Okay. Si cultural control po, it involves sanitation. Ano ko na lang ha, sanitation. Aside niyan, removing insect breeding. Okay? And using insect varieties. Yun po ay pasok na pasok sa cultural control. Bakit? Pag sinabi po natin, teacher, na sanitation, it is keeping areas clean by removing debris, fallen fruits, and other organic materials that can harbor pests. Okay. So, pag sinabi na kasi natin removing insect naman, it is identifying the eliminating potential breeding. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, the grounds of the pest, so, such as the standing water or vegetation, kailangan po meron tayong tinatawag na anong tinatawag natin dito? Eliminating the potential breeding. Next, pag sinabi nating resistant plant varieties, sineselect po natin yung mga iba't ibang uri ng plants through natural resistance to specific pests that can reduce the likelihood of infestation. Okay po. So, ito pong practice na ito, they create po a less conducive to the pest development for a survival. Okay po, naunawaan. Yun po yung quality, yung tinatawag nating cultural control. Okay? So, now we proceed to integrated. Okay. So, dito tayo sa comparison with other pest control or integrated. Ito yan. So, dito po, naka-indicate din po dito yung quarantine, integrated, and biological control. Right? So, pag sinabi di ba natin na quarantine, okay, kasi tamang sagot is letter A, di ba si quarantine methods of restricting movement of plants or materials from one area to another to prevent spread of the pest or diseases. Again, ulitin ko po sa integrated, it combines multiple strategies, including what? Cultural and biological practices. Kasama rin po dito yung chemical application and also si monitoring of managed pest population sustainability. So biological control, mali din because it is involving a natural predators or parasite to manage what? To manage a pest population rather than relying chemical pesticide product. So based on our analysis, the correct answer is cultural control. Why? Because cultural control po, it is the method that involves sanitation. Okay po. So, cultural control ang tamang sagot. Okay, next. Number 12. Okay. Si number 12 naman, therapeutic bath in 0.7% salt solution from 3 to 20 days is the treatment for blank. A. Trichotillomania, white spot, red sore, skin flux. What is the correct answer? Again, the therapeutic bath, therapeutic. Okay, the therapeutic bath in 0.7% salt solution from 3 to 20 days is the treatment for blank. A. Trichotillomania, B. White spot, C. Red sores, or letter B. Skin flux. Okay, what is the correct answer in question number 12? Ayan, teachers. What is the answer? I'll give you 1 minute to think before you answer. Okay, ulitin ko mga ma'am and sir, future LPTs, TLE warriors, lahat binanggit ko. Okay. So, okay lang magkamali ng sagot during the drills, during the review, pero sa mismong araw ng board examination, wag na wag po kayong magkakamali. Okay po? So, ayan teachers, what is the answer in question number 12? Anong sagot? Okay, sabi ng iba is letter. Teachers, di ba ang tinatanong is, kung makikita ninyo salt solution from 3 to 20 days, the treatment of bath, paliligo, therapeutic bath, paliligo. Anong nito? Okay, start tayo with the red source disease. Okay, si letter C. Start tayo. Ano ba si red source disease? It is associated with a bacterial infection leading to the lesion of the skin. So, ang treatment po nito, they include antibiotic or other tinatawag nating medication rather than saline solution specifically. It is concentrating for the antibiotic because it is a bacterial infection sa skin natin. Okay, red source disease. Pag sinabi naman nating white spot, okay, si white spot naman, it is commonly parasitic naman to. Okay? Kung si red source po, again, ulitin ko, si red source bacterial infection. Yan lang tatandaan ninyo, bacterial, BC. Tapos I, N, it is bacterial infection. Ginagawa ka ng mnemonics. Pagdating sa white spot naman, ito yung PI. Ano naman si PI? Ito ay parasitic infection. Okay. So, pag sinabing parasitic infection po, it is caused by a fish, caused by the ciliated protozoan. Okay. So, it is commonly referred to itchy, Makate. Makati po siya. Why salt can be used for a treatment for what? Itchy, it is usually applied at a higher concentration, almost 1 to 3% rather than 0.7%. Therefore, hindi po ito hinahanap natin. Si white spot po is, ang percent lang po is nasa 1 to 3%. Okay, yung hinahanap natin is 0.7%. Okay po? So, parasitic infection po siya. So, si letter naman, it is a condition cause of protozoa. Okay, P is protozoa parasite or PP. O, ano naman, sa letter A, PP, protozoa parasite, it is known as Trichodena. So, it is a primarily affects fish and can lead what? Irritation and damage to the gills of the skin. So, ito namang treatment nito, meron po tayong tinatawag na medication. So, itong medication niya po is through the use of protozoan infection. So, maliligo siya, pero hindi po siya yung hinahanap na natin na mga nasa 0.7%. Okay po? So, ayan. Ano nga si trichodenesis? It is PP. Ano si PP? Protozoa parasite. Pag sinabi namang PI, it is parasitic infection. Pag sinabi namang BI, it is bacterial infection. So, the answer is letter D, skin flux. Okay. Bakit? Si skin flux po, it is a flatworm. Okay, flatworm. Okay? Flatworm po siya that attach to the skin and gills of a fish. Okay po. Causing irritation and damage, salt baths have been shown to effective against various entoparasite including skin flux, particular at the lower concentration like 0.7%. So the use of salt, they help po that can sinasabi natin effectively kill or dislodge this parasite from the affected fish. So ito po, itong tatlong to, ito po ay isang uri ng mga bacteria or parasite na matatagpuan saan? Sa isda, sa fish. Okay po? So the answer is letter D. Next, 13. The following are the measures to prevent or control anthrax. Again, the following are the measures to prevent or control anthrax. A. Proper disposal of dead animals by burning or deep burial. B. Contamination. Decontamination of all contaminant pens, feeding materials, bedding, and etc. C. Avoiding contact with infected animals and contaminated animals by product. D. Moving animals frequently. So now, what is the correct answer in question number 13? Hanggang 15 lang po tayo mga ma'am and sir. What is the answer? Question number 13. Okay, what is the answer? Okay, what is the correct answer? Okay, so number 13, sabi nila is letter B. Ayan, so number 13, wala pa ako nakitang tamang sagot, mga ma'am and sir. Tapos ang tinatanong, the following are the measure to prevent or control anthrax except. O, di ba? Yan yung pinaka main question. Ano ba si anthrax? An anthrax po, it is a serious infectious disease caused by the bacterial. Okay, so the anthrax po, it is what? It is primarily affects livestock and can be transmitted to the human through contact with what? With infected animals. Yun po si anthrax. So, ibig sabihin, pag ito, it can be contaminated animals product. Okay po. So, paano natin mapiprevent ito? O, lahat. Si A, B, C is A, prevent control. Kung mababasa natin, proper disposal of dead animals by burning or deep burial. Yes, it is correct. Why? Prevent, control, anthrax. Yun yung ibig sabihin. Okay, ibig sabihin po ni letter A, it is the measure or crucial in preventing the spread of the anthrax. Kasi nako-contaminate, possible na mahawaan tayo. Kaya nga 'di ba during swine flu or may mga sakit yung baboy, ibinabaon na lang natin sa pinakamalalim kasi nga bawal nating makain 'yon kasi pwede tayong ma-contaminate. So kumbaga kung sa tao ng communicable disease, hawa-hawa. Okay. So next is decontamination of all contaminated pens, kasama dyan, feeding, materials, and bedding, and etc. So, ibig sabihin po nito mga ma'am and sir, it is what? It is the another or the essential preventive measure or decontaminating areas infected animals have been helps to eliminate what? Eliminate by any residual spores that could threat. Okay po. So, next, avoiding contact with the infected animals and contaminated po. Ito po is a very fundamental in preventing transmission. So, it means it is the individual who works na sinasabi natin within a livestock must take precaution. Nagkakaroon po ng precaution to avoid contact with an infected animals, right? So, ayan. So, anong naiiba? Sa letter D. Ibig sabihin, moving animals frequently. So, except. Kasi ang nakalagay dyan is except. So, the answer is letter D. Next, number 13. Number 14. Okay. Which refers to the toxins extracted from the plants and applied on the infested crop. A, inorganic pesticide. Again, which refers to the toxins extracted from the plants and applied on the infested crop. A, inorganic pesticide. B, synthetic pesticide. Or C, heat treatment. Or D, soil sterilization. What is the correct answer in question? Number 14. So, teachers, what is the answer? Ayan, shout out sa viewers natin. Okay, shout out kay Ma'am Maria Rose Falcone, Alma Villara Mango, and Janil Amolato. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Teachers, what is the correct answer? Synthetic, di ba? Number 14. Ano siya? Inorganic pesticide. Toxin ang pinag-uusapan natin. Soil sterilization ba? Ano pa? Number 14. Oh, inorganic pesticide daw. Okay, di ba, which refers to the toxin extracted from the plants and applied in pesticide crop. Okay, let's start with letter A. Okay, bakit mali po si letter A? Teachers. So, pag sinabi di ba nating inorganic pesticide, teachers, it is typically derived from the mineral sources. So, ibig sabihin, it do not what? Involve plant extract. So, ang meron po sa inorganic, they include what? Substance. Okay? Substance like a copper or a copper sulfate or sulfur. What? Sulfur. Okay? Again, ulitin natin. Si inorganic pesticide po, it is typically derived from mineral sources. Anong meron doon? Meron po siyang tinatawag na substance. Ano yung mga substance na yon? Or S, si letter S is substance. Anong meron doon? Ang merong substance po doon, kasama na po si C. Ano si CS? Si CS po is si copper sulfate and the sulfur. Yun po yung nakalagay sa inorganic pesticide. So now, since organic po ito, hindi po ito nagdi-derive sa toxin. Okay po? Next, soil sterilization. Okay. Si soil sterilization naman, it aims to eliminate all living organism. Okay? The soil po, through the various method, meron po tayong tinatawag na heat or chemicals na inilalagay natin. Again, si soil sterilization po, it is the process to eliminate living organism in the soils through various methods including the heat or chemicals, but it does not pertain to applying plant-derived toxin direct into crops. Di po siya nakadirect. Okay, so synthetic pesticide, this is a man-made. Gawa to ng tao, man-made. Okay, ano naman to? Since gawa ng tao. So, it is a man-made chemical designed for what? Designed to control pests while they can effectively containing a different chemical controls. Okay, yun po yung sinasabi nating synthetic pesticide. Pero hindi po ibig sabihin nito na nag-aano na siya sa plant as a toxins, but it is a chemical synthesis laboratories. So, ano yung ano dito pwede nating i-extract? No other than the heat treatment. Si letter C. Bakit po? Heat treatment. Because this method po, itong si letter C, ito po yung pinaka-method natin using heat to eliminate pests or pathogens in crops. Okay po. So, ibig sabihin, they can involve extraction on toxins from a crops. Okay po? So, the answer is letter C. Okay? Heat treatment po yan. Maliwanag po ba? Bakit po, teachers? Sa heat treatment po kasi, it is directly addressing the application of heat to eliminate pathogen. O in short, pag sabi naman natin cover cropping po or mulching, it do not involve direct application of the heat. Di po siya direct application on the heat. So pag sinabi naman nating soil sterilization po, it is involved heating, but it is typically more on comprehensive and aggressive that just cover with the heat. So that's why the answer is heat treatment. Okay, last, which is done by covering the surface of the soil by applying heat before planting kill pathogens. Anong sagot? which is done by covering the surface of the soil by applying heat before planting. Kill pathogens. A. Cover crafting. B. Mulching. C. Heat treatment. D. Soil sterilization. Anong sagot? Okay, sa number 15 po ba yan? Sir Jefferson Carino? Okay, thank you so much. So now, teachers, the answer in question number 15 is soil sterilization. Kasi di ba nakalagay, soil applying heat before planting, kill pathogens. Okay, so pag sinabi kasi nating letter B, it is covering soil surface with organic or inorganic materials. So heat treatment, na-explain ko na po to, it is generally referring using heat as a method of what? Sterilizing or sanitizing the materials. It is covered by the agriculture, or heat treatment can be applied to what? To the soil to eliminate pathogen. So, ang tamang sagot po is soil sterilization. Bakit po? Si soil sterilization po, it is a broader name or broader term that encompasses a various method of killing all living organism in the soils, including na po dito yung pathogen. So, once ito po yung pinaka-common method of soil sterilization, they can involve using steam or hot water. So, yun po yung tinatawag nating soil sterilization. So, it is effectively before planting. Bago po tayo magtanim, para po walang masyadong living organism dyan, pwede nating gamitin sa soil sterilization through the use of what? Heat or using a steam or hot water. Okay, so the answer is letter D. So now, teachers, thank you for watching. So bukas po, meron po tayong drills ulit. Okay, so I hope, natuto kayo ngayong gabi. Ayan, so it is already 9:51 in the evening. So oras na po para matulog tayo. Ayan, so thank you for watching and have a masayang gabi. Okay. So, teachers, I hope nag-enjoy po kayo sa live discussion natin. Okay. So, tomorrow po, just wait for the na lang. Hindi na po ako maglalagay for the for kung anong oras ang start ng live session natin for the free drills review for TL e-majorship. So, just follow po, paki-follow po para mas nanonotify po kayo if ever na may drills po tayo. Okay, just follow and share, and then kindly tap your friends, mga colleagues nyo, kung sino man na manood sa live session natin. So, ito po, fresh na fresh po ito. Meron pa niyan, during the last September, lumabas yung aking laging itinuturo, which is yung types of planting, yung mga queencocks, yung tinatawag na triangular, tinatawag na square method of planting. So, lumabas po yun last September. So, inano ko po kayo, pinili ko yung mga talagang kailangan matutunan ninyo, and agriculture pa rin po tayo bukas kasi marami po tayong pag-aaralan sa agriculture kasi napaka-broad po ng agriculture and fishery in arts. Including na po yan yung mga isda, baboy, halaman. So ngayon, karamihan na lumabas during sa discussion ko ngayon is more on plants. Okay po? So I hope po nag-enjoy kayo during the discussion. Okay? So ako po yung magpapaalam na. Thank you so much and good night everyone. Bye-bye. Okay, thank you so much kay Ma'am Janelle Amulato, Maria Rose Balcone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Salamat po sa pagtitiwala. Okay, yan teachers. Ako po yung magpapaalam na. Maraming salamat po.